We now begin a new series focused on Cornwall Hospice and the wonderful work that is done there right here in our community. So I'm joined today by our first guest, Sandy Bertrand, who is the intake coordinator. Welcome to the show, Sandy.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
All right, so let's start with a little bit about your role and what you do.
Okay. I am the intake coordinator at the hospice, so I guess you could say I'm the first person that you'd be in contact with. I receive the referrals, and from me they get sent out to an assessor who's a nurse from hospice, and I would take over from there after you're assessed and just try to make sure that we have everything we need to bring you in when it's time. It's not always necessarily time right away. It could be months away. So we prefer that people get a hold of us sooner than later so that we can get things organized.
All right, so is it a lengthy process or?
Not really. Within a day or two of getting the referral from your physician or your family member, we would come to your home. We'll call ahead, of course, and we'll come to your home and sit with you for about an hour and just gather medical information, demographics, that sort of thing. And that puts you in our sites, and we'll keep an eye on you from there. We'll decide whether you need to come in right away or if you can wait. A lot of people, of course, want to stay home, but just know that we're in the background if you need us.
Yeah. And how does one qualify for hospice intake?
Well, family members or patients from the 3 United Counties, Stormont, Dundas, Glengarry, and Akwesasne, who have valid OHIP card, are welcome to send a referral to us so that we can assess whether you should be with us sooner or later. So, yeah.
And how do referrals work? Can people self-refer, or do they need a medical?
No, people can self-refer. A family member, we get calls from family members who are concerned about their loved ones. Patients themselves can call us. Family physicians, Ottawa Hospital, Cornwall Hospital. We'll take a referral from whomever needs for us to be involved. And even if you're not sure we need to be involved, send us a referral or call us anyway, because we'll decide when and if we need to get involved, rather than you waiting till the last minute, and then it makes it a little trickier. So sooner than later is better.
And you touched on the process a little bit, but let's elaborate a little bit more and maybe take us through what the process is from that initial phone call to the actual intake.
Okay, so when we get a referral, it's usually faxed or not emailed, faxed into us. So we get on it right away, as you can imagine. And within 24 hours, we will call you and set up an appointment to send a nurse, either an RN or RPN, to come and assess you. And as I said, she'll sit with you for about an hour or longer if you need it, and take down information. She brings that back to the hospice, and we put that on our wait list, which that's not a really good name for it because it's more of a triage list. Whomever needs to come in first comes in first. It doesn't matter when you were assessed. From there, if you don't need to come in right away, we hold weekly meetings where we gather information from your doctor or the hospital or whomever, family members, nurses in the community, and keep track of you. And then as it gets closer to your needing to come in, we'll call and ask you or your family members how you're doing, which we'll call you every week or two anyways. Some people only need monthly calls, but we keep in touch. And of course, family members or patients can call us anytime and just say this is what's going on, because we like to be kept up to date. When it's ascertained that a person needs to come to hospice, we will get involved with that process of getting them from hospital or home with the help of the LHIN. Most people are being cared for under the care of the LHIN with a home care coordinator. So that person will help us to bring you in. Transportation will be organized. Just getting the services that are already in your home would be discontinued at that point, and then we'll bring you into hospice. During COVID, of course, we have a couple of extra stumbling blocks, and that is we need a negative COVID swab on the patient, as well as on the 2 designated visitors that we would be allowing to come in to visit. So we will set those up as well. Don't have to worry about how to get that done. We will organize that or advise you what to do in that case. And then you'll come in to hospice, and we have doctors and nurses 24/7 to care for you while you're with us.
Excellent. And we know that care starts right from the beginning, especially the support aspect, because it's a very sensitive time in people's lives. So maybe just talk to us a little bit about how you offer that support in your role of really treating this sensitive area of their lives.
Exactly. So it's navigating a difficult system during a really difficult time. That's why we like to hear from people, sooner than later. Because we can help you navigate through all the decisions and just advise you what's available. There are community initiatives coming up in the spring through the hospice that will help send more care to the homes, whether it's virtual or in-home. Of course, we don't know until the spring, but that's coming quickly enough. Snow will be gone. So going forward from there, we'll help you. If you're having trouble with services or you don't think you have enough services, that's the kind of thing that we'll discuss at our weekly rounds. And the LIN is involved in those rounds, so they're there in the meeting, and they can help change or improve the services. Or we can send help from the hospice too. There's a lot of different things that we can help to make your life a little bit easier during that really difficult time.
That's excellent. So finally, if people do want to find out more information, or they do need to get in touch for a referral, how can they do so?
I would love to hear from people who have questions, or if they have concerns about their loved ones. My name again is Sandy Bertrand. I'm an RN at the hospice, the intake coordinator. I can answer questions. Just call anytime. I can give the phone number right now if you have a pen handy. So it's 613-938-2763, and my extension is 4131. If I'm not at my desk, leave a message and we will definitely get back to you and help you out as much as we can.
Wonderful. Well, Sandy, I want to thank you so much, not only for joining us today, but for all the work that you do, as well as everyone else at hospice. And of course, tune in to future episodes of Community Matters, where we'll continue this series and get to know the wonderful staff at Cornwall Hospice.
Great. Thank you so much.